Australia has again come under fire for its treatment of Indonesians caught up in the people smuggling trade. A cook from one boat was detained in Australia for a year and a half. The man was recently reunited with his family in Jakarta. He's now fearful of the people smugglers, who he says tricked him into working on the boat. Indonesia correspondent George Roberts reports.
It's taken a long time for Dad to come home from work.
I was the breadwinner of the family and my wife doesn't work.
The ordeal started with a job offer that was too good to be true. A few days' work cooking for tourists on a boat for what amounts to 100 days' pay.
They offered me $300 for the job. It was too tempting and I desperately needed money.
But on the first night at sea, unexpected passengers arrived by dinghy, asylum seekers bound for Australia. Recounting the tale to local media, he hides his face, still fearing retribution from those who recruited him. He says he tried to resist, but the boat's captain fled and the asylum seekers threatened him into keeping the boat on course.
That a lot of passengers want to kill him. Tell him, you have to go to these islands, these Christmas islands. And then Mr. X said, no, I want to go home. And they said, no, you have to go.
It took 18 months of detention on Christmas Island, in Darwin and in Sydney's Silverwater jail for Mr. X to convince a court he's no willing people smuggler. Coming from here, the poorest part of Jakarta, he admits that jail in Australia was more like staying in a hotel. But with him gone, his family back here was struggling and his son had to drop out of school. Human rights advocates say Australia needs to make amends.
So the remedy includes paying him compensation and restoring his good name.
They also want the process improved, saying poor people don't go to sea carrying papers proving they're innocent. George Roberts, ABC News, Jakarta.